Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma friends, as human beings, during this our lifetime, what is the best that you can do? Because somehow we have to harbor our life with something. Otherwise, it go crazy. And as you know, that just passing one day is not easy. There are many other situations come to us if you are not involving with something. If you just give up yourself, then you will see there are many other options come sometimes that all other options mostly unprofitable for us. So that's why it is very necessary for us every day to have a kind of purpose to live. When you wake up in the morning, if you don't have a purpose to get out of your bed, you are kind of like a half-dead person. So until you attain to the enlightenment, remember this journey, the moment by moment, you have to increase your effort, your awareness, and your clarity inside you. So when you have this kind of situations in your life, that sometimes we become more self-centered, and nothing wrong with that at all, because we all sometimes go through situations thinking that is the best for us. Maybe according to us, that is the only choice we have. So remember, in your life, don't try to get into point to divide things thinking this is right, this is wrong. Sometimes it is very difficult to come to that kind of situations because we are addicted to divide always. We are addicted to categorize. We are addicted to measure and compare things. The reason is when you compare, when you separate things, that you create a situation yourself. When you try to separate something from you, you are separating from something. Sometimes to digest that, it takes time for you, but it's worth. Take some time and start to reflect on it a little bit. When you start to divide something, this is good, this is bad, in this very moment, you also become good or bad to something or somebody. That's why it says in Buddhism, there is no winning in Buddhism. Why? Because in winning, in ordinary level of winning, it always creates a situation. We are having a struggle to again keep that our position, and also we create enemies from the other side. But better than this all, there is something else. That is what we're going to focus today. Rather than dividing, rather than comparing things, rather than naming and putting labels, this is good or this is bad. This all we do with the inside fear and with the self-centered mind. And sometimes people become more safe when we become self-centered or when they having an egocentric mind. Oh, I am. So it become an invisible ghost. You don't see, you will never find this I am. No one can find it. And that's why once you cannot find I am, what you do, you start to give the power or the authority to more higher power than you to maintain you. That is what happening. Because if you see who you are yourself, then you know how to give, even if you want to give the authority regarding your life, you know how to give it and where to give it. So that's why the most important thing in your life, recognizing yourself and self-realization. So as Buddhists, we keep our goal at the highest place in the sky, that is the Nibbana. So when you going towards the Nibbana, the very first thing, you have to have the right view. So the right view regarding who you are, who I am. So first you have to come to that point. What is this? What is this life mean? What you experience? When you have the right view, from there that whatever you do, your bodily, verbally or mentally action start to going to bring more and more clarity towards you. And when you are going through this, rather than self-centered mind, there is something more important you. Because just telling to people, come out of self-centered mind, don't become an egocentric person doesn't work. People are not going to listen to monks or people, even people not going to listen to anybody. They listen to themselves. That is where they are very nature. So then what is important for you? Not for us or not for anybody, for yourself. When you close your eyes, there is somebody inside you. That is what you hold as self or the soul. So what is the most important for that person? If you believe somebody living inside you, if you believe any spirit exists in you, what is the most important thing for that person? Just thinking about the same person again and again, you think that person going to become better? No. For yourself, forget about everything in the world. Forget about any other person. For yourself, more than reflecting on your own self, the most important thing is having the clarity and the awareness with the moment. So it is more beautiful than egocentric idea, becoming mindful, develop the awareness. And when you having the egocentric mind, it little by little, it take you towards the difficulties. But when you have the clarity and awareness, it always take you out of the difficulties. It make your path more clear, not only yours, around you, other people also get the benefit out of you. So then rather than developing and feeding to your egocentric mind, and start to develop the awareness, let it be there. If you cannot take it out, let it be. But don't try to feed to that. We start to feed to the awareness, clarity. And that way you will see little by little, the person that you mention as you going to become more clear. So otherwise what will happen? The person that you mention as you going to have a very difficult time in this samsaric journey. So today we have opportunity to talk like this even. But how about there is a moment come for you and no one to help and no one to talk or nothing to listen. And you have no idea what to do. And you are in a very difficult situation. There are a lot of, even today, in this 2020, in the middle of this year, with this all the machines and technology and science and everything, there are people. They come to a point, even in the busy Los Angeles, in this middle of the city, even in New York, in apartments, there are people come to a point with this all the family members, with this husband, wife, children, friends and family members, everybody in the middle of that all. There are people come to a point, they don't know what to do. How about that? Forget about that you're going to be in the time period that kind of like a Kali Yuga, in the dark period. Forget about that. How about with this all the city light, machines, technology, this all the yoga, meditation, and the gurus, monks, everybody, and the families, children, everybody. How about in the middle of that all, you feel you come to a point, you don't know what to do. What you going to do? Have you ever think about it? Why it happened to us like that way? The reason is you don't care about you. You care about a lot of things, thinking it, you care about you, you care a lot of things, this outside, all the junk. And you hold into this all the junk, dust, garbage. And that's why you feel end of this, that in the middle of this everything and everybody, how you feel. It is not about me or it's not about anybody. How you feel, look yourself. If you don't feel that way, that's blessing. Keep going. Even you no need to listen to this. But if you felt any time in your life, you have to listen to this. You have no any other choice. You have to accept that. So if you feel sometimes you don't know what to do, question yourself. How it come to you? Why it happened to you like that? Because you don't develop the awareness. You don't develop the clarity in you. So it doesn't come by praying. It doesn't come by asking. It doesn't come by waiting. It's come only through practice. It come practice only by you. There's no one else can practice awareness for you. So that's why every day remember yourself. Take care of yourself. That is the best that you can give to yourself. We provide many things. When it comes to providing that things, to develop that awareness, suddenly you cannot do it. We providing in many ways, many facilities to ourselves. This called food, ahara. So there is a sutta, Buddha mentioned in that sutta called Ahara Sutta. There are 4 kinds of foods that we feeding to ourselves. So through that food, and your awareness going to become higher all over. So one is called Kabalinkara Ahara. So we have a body, we have to maintain this. This is all the food that you can break and you can cut, you can cook, you can eat. So all the intake is called Kabalinkara Ahara. And when you are more focusing to that and you thinking about organic food and you always look for healthy food, that is good. But that's only one part of the life. There are other 3 parts that still the giving the big in fact, to your life, to deeper your awareness. So one is food. It called kabalinkara ahara. And so when you are hungry, you need to eat. Even it is similar to the Buddha or any enlightened masters. But you eat, you don't overeat. If you are hungry, you just eat to cure the hunger. Remember in your body that once it cure your hunger, whatever after that you eat, it become poison to you. If you want to have a healthy life with the food, always remember, eat little. Eat little when you are hungry. If you are not hungry, don't eat. You get sick. And when this virus situation come all over the world, look how the people face for that. And a lot of people have the fear. And a lot of people go through hard time. You know the main reason when I looked at all the details and when I was listening to this, all the doctors and the situations around the world, the most dangerous thing is for the people who are having some other disease. If you are healthy yourself, it's very rare that it's going to be difficult for you. So why this most of people got sick through many others, mainly because of the food. That means the food means their greediness. Put us, it's nothing wrong with the world. We destroy ourselves. Our greediness kill us. Most people have dead. Without medicine, they cannot live. Forget about the virus. It is only one thing. It just came and it tried to, it kind of like indicate that where we are in this journey. It shows us where we are and what is our position and how our condition. So when you are having some many difficulties with any other disease, then you have to be careful. So how it came to you? Because you have done something wrong. You break the rules. Just itself, it didn't happen. So then remember yourself, the very first thing, the food, it is important, come to a point that doing the good things and take intake and only for the right amount. Don't overtake. So that is one of the healthy way that you maintain yourself. So that's the one food, it called kabalinkara ahara. And when you become mindful with the food and you know when you eat, you know this is enough for me, this is what I should take, so like that. So you become more mindful regarding it. So that it uplifts your higher consciousness little by little, little by little, little by little. And then the other one is the passa ahara. So the passa ahara means the feelings that your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind go with the sensation and go with the feelings. Your eye need to see things, your ear need to hear things, and the nose need the smell, aromas, the tongue need the taste, and the body needs the feelings. So like that, your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind always look for contacts. And that when it comes to feelings, it has three kind of feelings: pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. So then always, if you look for this, if you recognize that, the way it happened, and that also make you more mindful. You are not going to go with anything. You don't watch anything. You don't hear anything. You don't smell anything. You don't eat anything like a pig. and you don't go with anybody. So you don't available for any thoughts. You become well disciplined. So the practicing the discipline means it is just not repeating a code. So you become more aware what you should do and what you should not do. So then in day-to-day life, you have to protect this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind with the right information that you take. So that is awareness. You cannot keep watching everything and the very next day it become your life. You cannot keep hearing everything in day-to-day life. Then next day it become your life. Aroma are the same. So whatever you eating the same. So the people the same. You cannot associate anybody because then the very next day you become like that person sometimes. And you cannot keep thinking whatever come to your mind. Because in the very next day, what you think you become. So then you select and you decide. To take that decision, you have to be mindful. Rather than holding to egocentric, self-centered idea, becoming mindful is more worth for you. And the third one is mano sanchetana. So the mano sanchetana means just not having the ideas yourself, the reflecting certain things that you select in your life. So you reflecting, that is what this everything around us. This everything is kind of like reflecting our own mind. So then if you, it as example, it like this, if there is something you see and you don't like it, and then when you see it, it doesn't come to your head and hit your head. What is happening? Your own mind start to attack you. So that you see your own body through the mirror. And then what is happening? It is a reflection. It is not something new, brand new. It is not something different. So, and it is not the same. It is something else. So like that, this mano sanchetana means from your whole, the past. So whatever your life went through, so this everything, they are as memory. So it all come as ideas, thoughts. So then when you become very careful, mindful, you don't reflect all the things whatever happen. Why? Because it's going to take you to the same kind of situations. So then you select, you decide yourself, this is what I do. If something comes to your mind, you don't go with it. So that moment, that holding, that decision is come out of the awareness. And the fourth one is vijnana ahara. So the vijnana ahara means, the vijnana means consciousness. So how the consciousness depend? So the consciousness depend through the name and form. So the name and form come out of this, come with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So the consciousness depend from your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind depend from the consciousness. So that is how it's interdepending. So then yourself, if you decide something, and then it going to be with you. That is the power of the consciousness. And then the consciousness, we believe we think through the names and forms, and that's why it feeding to the world to come as name and forms. So then ourselves, whatever we think inside us, and whatever we start to grab as life, whatever we start to grab as world, and the very next day it become the world. So look at today, this everything, machines and technology, that everything came out of human consciousness. How it happened? Something else as name or form came to them, and then they took it as the world. And then what happened? It multiply inside their consciousness, and they bring it back as a something else. So that is how this everything happened. And this everything has a journey. Through this everything came through human consciousness. So you are the same. So your life the same. Then the important thing is this: whatever you see today, whatever hear you today, whatever you smell or taste or feel, even think you today, it doesn't matter you like or not, it has power to multiply it tomorrow. It's like a seed, mango seed, apple seed, banyan seed. It has power to bring a huge tree, not only one, billion trees it will going to come. But it is not the same. The same like you have the power with the consciousness. So in the Vipassana, what you does, the very best thing to do, feed to your consciousness, not feeding more names and forms. The very best thing, slowly slow down and take the information out of the consciousness is the best way to get into the liberation. Why? Because when there is no names or the forms, your consciousness going to shut down. When the consciousness shut down, there is no becoming. So that is the ultimate goal for all of us. So it is a journey. The very first thing that you have to develop the awareness. And little by little, it is a process. Within one day, overnight, you cannot do it. But little by little, and try to develop the awareness yourself. So rather than building egocentric life, developing awareness is more beautiful. It is a beautiful journey. And that with that awareness, as a result of that, you gain the compassion and loving kindness and the connection. And this become more beautiful to you, and it will help for others also. So in this journey, so what you feed to yourself, and remember yourself, it's going to become your life. Not only life, the most difficult part and the most important thing, what you feed to your life going to become the very next day our world. So that's why you have to be very careful. You have responsibilities. We all wish for beautiful world. So then it is your responsibility to bring all the beautiful things to you, because that is the only way to experience a beautiful life and giving a beautiful world to our next generation. There is no any other way. So with that, I'm going to tell you a story. So there was a little monk in a temple. So this monk is training, and his duty is whoever come from early morning to night, whoever come, and if they knock the door, you have to open the door. So that is the duty for this monk. And sometimes as monks, we also have done that job. Like when you go to some temples, especially when you are traveling. So that is one of the duty we get. When the bell ring, we run and open the door. We are not allowed to ask anything, just so open the door, that's it. So this little monk used to do that. Now every day, he 2 years open the door. On time, whoever ring the bell, he run and open the door. He's happy to do that. So one day, there was a guy that he had a vineyard, and he got a very beautiful, so healthy, the fruits from his vineyard. grapes. So he took it and he thought, oh, I want to give it to this little monk, because he every day when I go to temple, he opened the door. So then he came and knocked the door as usual. Monk came and opened the door, this little monk. He offered this grapes and telling, this is for you. So the little monk told, for me? No, 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 no. It is not for me. It should go to high priest. So this guy told, no, no, no. It is for you. Just accept. Why? Because every day when I come, you open the door. So this little monk accepted. And then he thought, but I receive this. Our high priest always teach us, and it is better myself I offer it to high priest. So he went to high priest and offered this grapes. It's so healthy, beautiful, and that so sweet. So the high priest received that, and then high priest thought there was a sick monk, and this is very good for him. And then the high priest told to this little monk, so go to that room. There is this sick monk, and gave it to him, and maybe it is will help for him. So this little monk took this grapes and gave to that sick monk. So when that monk received this, he thought the person who make food, cook, because he help always monks making, and it's the chef that cooking for the temple monks. And he thought about him. Why? Because he always think about me, and he makes soup, and he make all vegetables, and he make all the medicine for me. So it is better I give this grapes for him. So this sick monk kept, and when that cook came, and he gave it to the cook. So the cook received that, and then when he got it to his hand, he thought, oh, this is so beautiful, so nice, and I want to give it to the farmer in the market. Why? Because once a week he bring all the good vegetables to the temple, and mostly in villages, so whatever the best portion they keep for the temple. And this cook thought, oh, because whatever the vegetable I ask, he always provide, and this is a very good gift for him. So what he did in the evening, when he had the break, he went to the market and gave it as a gift. So when it received, the farmer thought, oh, this is a very good gift. I want to give it to somebody. And he kept it. And then the very next time, when he come to temple with vegetables, and he knocked the door, that little monk ran and opened the door. And then the farmer told, oh, little monk, these vegetables, this is the vegetable according to list. And he gave the vegetable. And then before he closed the door, the farmer told, by the way, I have something for you. And he gave that grapes to this little monk and told, this is for you. Little monk asked, what is this? Why for me? No, because every week when I come, you are the one who opened the door. And this is a gift because I always bring the vegetables for the temple. I didn't give anything to you. So just I received this as a gift. So this is a gift from me to you. And the monk took it and look, it's the grapes, the same thing. So my dear friends, remember, it doesn't matter what you keep doing. If you deserve something, it's going to come to you. No matter what. And even what you give, and going to come back. And what you deserve, it doesn't matter, it go to many, many hands. But if you are the person who should receive that, you're going to get it. So then no need to struggle for life. There need to be have the effort with us to maintain these things and doing things. But still, if there is something that if it is going to come to you, there is a way it's going to come to you. Only thing that you have to do, remember, it doesn't matter what you do your best. Other everything will take care by the nature. So with this, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahangotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.